And there could be a potential shakeup among the Republicans running for president. Senator Mitt Romney published an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal urging members of his own party not to make the same mistakes as back in 2016 and instead to unite on one candidate to go against Trump for the presidential nomination. So you may remember, there were 17 Republican candidates who ran for president back in 2016. President Trump was able to separate himself from the pack, winning the primary and eventually the presidency. But since then, the future of the GOP has been in question. Trump had hoped to fill both the House and Senate with a number of his endorsed candidates in an expected red wave. We remember that. But failed to deliver in 2018 when he was on the ticket in 2020 and most recently last year's midterm election. So let's bring in now former White House attorney under the Trump administration, May Mailman, and senior fellow at Independent Women's Forum Law Center. May, thank you so much for your time on this. First, do you agree with, it sounds like we're maybe having some technical issues. Oh, she is back. All right, May, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. That's all right. First, do you agree with Senator Romney on this? I mean, is it time for Republicans to unify against Trump?
Well, unfortunately, no one really agrees with Senator Romney in the Republican Party. I'm not a billionaire, so I'm not his target audience here, but Mitt Romney has 49% disapproval ratings and only 41% approval ratings. So I think the real story out of this is not so much what he's saying, but who's saying it. So if somebody really with credibility among the Republican Party was saying this, I think maybe you would get somewhere. But you've got somebody who voted to impeach Trump. This just feels like a personal vendetta against Trump rather than, you know, something that's born out of care for our country. It just seems personal.
All right. So just to be devil's advocate here, May, I mean, there are 40% who approve of Romney. So do you think he does have a point? I mean, because has it been a winning strategy?
Yeah. So, I mean, he definitely has a point in the sense that he saw 2016 and, you know, if you're splitting the anti-Trump vote and Trump has, you know, everybody who's going to vote for him, then obviously Trump's going to run away with the nomination. I think that you've got a different problem here now in 2024, because it's not that Trump has a plurality, it's that Trump has a majority of Republican support. So even a one-on-one race with somebody in Trump right now is not going to solve the problem. One of the problems is that this pool is so busy trying to shoot each other that nobody is shooting Trump. And what Mitt Romney is saying is we're going to force everybody to just pick one by the South Carolina primary actually would probably just force everyone to shoot each other more and give Trump, you know, run away with even a larger majority than he has. So, you know, employing the 2016 mentality to 2024, there are some lessons to be learned, but Trump just he is essentially an incumbent at this point, and I really don't think that it's as simple maybe as Mitt Romney thinks it is.
You know, and May, kind of expanding upon that a little bit, as we were looking at that board, I mean, it seems like almost every week, certainly every month, the board gets larger because we have to keep adding names to people who are running in the primary. How would the GOP even get donors to agree on which candidate would be the one best suited to, in fact, beat Trump?
Right. So he turns to donors because he thinks that the donors are going to be the sensible ones here, that they really want to spend their money in a way that's going to beat Joe Biden. But I don't know if that's necessarily true. Donors, there's a racehorse sentiment to it. You've got your guy and you want to support your guy. And so I think you can easily lose sight of the bigger picture. Plus, these donors are all very, very old. If Joe Biden wins again, what's it to them really? So I think appealing to the donors is a little bit short-sighted. They're the ones who like to throw parties. They're the ones who like to call their friends. I mean, they might not be involved in the day-to-day operation of their business anymore. And they became billionaires by taking big risks and by telling these donors, hey, you know what, don't take a risk. Let's all consolidate. Let's all just fold and support this one person. You're basically asking people to do the opposite of the thing that they've done their entire lives.
Yeah, we will certainly see what happens, see if Senator Romney's strategy or plea does in fact work. May, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.